What's up, gaming heroes? My name is Erosium and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be looking at the Cards of Omens, specifically an item that you can make from Warlords of Draenor, and this item can be basically flipped then sold to the vendor for just raw gold. It's super easy to do, and I'm going to be giving you some secret tips and tricks that I've never seen before here on YouTube, so I'm hoping it really helps you, especially if you're already doing this trick. Now, to get into the video, all you have to do is smash the like button. Then once you smash the like button, what actually happens is quite crazy. Khadgar casts a spell and transforms this video into the next section of the video, which covers Cards of Omens. So all you have to do is click the like button and then you'll actually get to see the video. Have you clicked it? Oh, you have. Great. So something that I like to do in every single alt on every single day is log on, make my daily craft for whatever it is that I am doing. I always have inscription on every single one of my alts, and I usually have tailoring on all of my other alts. This one does my alchemical catalysts because I like to basically do as many of those as I can. Let's take all of the stuff out of the guild bank. I keep all of the materials that I need for basically doing this in my guild bank. So I have all my alts in my guild bank, and that makes it nice and easy to get everything I need. So I'm just going to restock these, and I'm doing basically a mass card flip session. And that means I'm going through every single character, making all of my Cards of Omens. And I've got a lot. Now, this character I'm on right now, this is my flipping character, okay? This character does all of the card flips for me. And there's a reason for that, and I'm going to be showing you a little bit later in the video how you can flip thousands and thousands of cards in the time that it would take you to flip hundreds. It's quite crazy, and I think you guys will really like it. I've just discovered it myself, and I was honestly quite shocked and surprised. Now, Cards of Omens have an average basically sale rate at 4.5 gold each. Now, when you're making like 2,000, 4,000, 6,000 a week, then that turns into quite a lot of gold. That works on an average basis, so sometimes you'll get below average and sometimes you'll get above average. For the most part, I've gone above average, and I found really for me it's about 5.4 gold per card, but that's just because I'm lucky, and I might be in for some bad luck at some point, and it might bring it all the way down to 4.6 gold. Now, the way to do this trick is really simple. You need to get your garrison to level 3, your Warlords of Draenor garrison to level 3. This is really simple. Just go and do the Warlords of Draenor questline, then get your garrison, should be level 1, then get it to level 2, then get it to level 3. If you're struggling for garrison resources, just simply buy some ogre caches from the auction house, which will grant you 1,000 garrison resources per cache. That will really help. Okay, now once this is level 3, you need a follower called Admiral Taylor. You can get this from Spies of Iraq, just here. Your questline starts here, takes you all the way down to here, then eventually takes you to Admiral Taylor's garrison, which is just there. I've got a whole video based on just getting Admiral Taylor on my channel, so simply search that and it will pop up. Now, once you've got that, once you've got inscription to level 3 building and you've got Admiral Taylor in there, you therefore just need to buy Warlords of Draenor herbs from the auction house. You don't have to buy them from the auction house. You can obviously farm them if you want to, but I always buy them from the auction house for anything less than 1 gold. And if it's 1 gold or less, I will buy just masses and masses of them. Then you can simply mill them down to create cerulean pigments, which are used to basically create this work order. You start if I close this here, and you create all, this will basically say all work orders will be completed in 5 days. Then each day, so you don't have to check in here with this, you don't have to collect your work orders or anything for 5 days. That's great. Now, every single day you need to log onto your character and do your daily craft to craft 4 war paints using 10 cerulean pigments, which is why in my guild bank just over here, you can see I've got a whole load of cerulean pigments, and every time I get to about 400, I buy like another 10,000 herbs from the auction house, and I mass mill a bunch more of these basically herbs. It's super easy. Now let's show you the actual table that you actually need to make your inscription building. Your table's just in here. And you can see here, when you click the inscription building, that I've got Admiral Taylor working here, and he basically gives me, allows the creation of special documents and boosts work orders when assigned to the scribe's quarters. See? And it's level 3. And this basically means that every 5 days I can collect all my work orders instead of every 3 days. And because I've got a storehouse, which is basically the bank, I can access my guild bank really easily. And this also increases the amount of work orders I can have across all of my buildings. So having your bank here at level 3 will make it so your work order buildings are much more effective as a whole. Now, once you've done that, I just simply craft up all my Cards of Omens, and I stick them all in the guild bank, and we're going to show you the tip in just a second. So, just to be clear, guys, I do this on every single one of my alts. So, I have a ton of alts that I'm just constantly making cards on. You can see just the mass variety of alts I've got here, and I make cards on all of them up to this one here. Basically, any character levels 30 and above is making cards for me right now, and that is just going to translate into tons of gold. All the gold, many golds for me. Okay guys, so I've gone to the trouble of making all of my Cards of Omens across all of my characters, and I'm just going to quickly tally up how many of these gosh darn cards I've actually got. So here is 2,000 cards right here, and there's another 2,000 cards just there. I don't have any more on the other tabs, but I've been sending them by post because I thought it would be easier. So let's open them up and have a look. Oh my gosh, we got a lot. Let's just open up. And I need to make sure I've got like at least 2 rows here available. Because this trick that I'm going to show you is quite formidable. But opening cards requires space, so we've got to be careful of that. Oh my gosh, I think I've got like 3,000, maybe 3,000 cards worth in my mailbox. Oh dear. Oh dear, I didn't expect so much. Oh my gosh, there's a lot more than I actually thought. I need some rows available. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop there because I need basically the other rows available so I can actually open these cards without hurting myself. So let's just go to a bank character. Where are you? There you are. I'm gonna stick these traps in there. Don't need the Flight Master Whistle. Don't need the Virtuoso ink set. Got everything else there, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to hit our Hearthstone and we're going to go to Stormwind. Then we're going to go to Westfall. And when we get to Westfall, we're actually going to be going straight through to Dead Mines. And the reason we are going to Dead Mines is there is a trick with Dead Mines on the very last boss where you can basically not abuse, but use the mechanics in order to hugely increase your haste. And as Cards of Omens, when you are flipping them, that is considered a spell in game, which basically is sped up by having lots of haste. Now we're going to show you exactly how to do that in this video. It's going to be quite cool. I'm going to show you how much we actually got from flipping all of these cards as well. Now you might think, oh, but you're Erosium, you're having to travel all the way to Dead Mines and run all the way through Dead Mines to the end. Trust me, it's quick. It's much quicker doing it like this than standing still and pressing the button over and over again. Believe me so. Now, something I will try and remember is I would always do this on a Night Elf if it's possible. If you can do this on a Night Elf, that is the most ideal. And the reason for that is you can use basically Shadow Meld in order to leave combat with the boss, reset, open up your portable guild bank, grab more Cards of Omens, and do it again. And because of Shadow Meld is on 2-minute cooldown, you can continue to do it. The only difficulty that you're held back by is your guild bank, which is why it could also be helpful if you had a portable post box as well. But obviously you might not have that. I don't personally have that, so I can usually only do about 4,000 cards at a time, but that's completely fine because I usually log the character out and I go back for round 2 at a later point, which is completely cool. Okay, and with just literally 60 seconds, we're able to get all the way through the whole of Dead Mines up to the end boss, which is completely awesome. Okay, now the really important thing here is don't kill the boss inside here. Just kill this boss here because he doesn't really matter. The actual boss inside just here is the one that you need to make sure you don't kill. So don't use any AoE that could potentially kill him. Please be careful. I don't want you guys to fail this accidentally. We're going to go in and aggro him. I want to make sure, obviously, I've got all my stuff ready here. Yes, I've got all my cards ready. Have I got my macros ready? I don't, not yet. So keybinds, character specific. We are going to be okay with that. I'm just going to pop my macros here. For the macros, slash macro, I am using show tip, hashtag show tooltip, slash use card of omens. And that's it. Now I've got that set to wheel up, wheel down, because the speed in which we are going to be doing that is going to be basically too quick to click. There's going to be no need to click the macro or press the macro with my buttons. It's better off wheel up, wheel down. It's just going to be so much gosh darn quicker. Believe me. So let's do this. So we aggro this guy, he goes into his cooking pot, and he's going to start throwing food on the floor. The majority of the food is going to be rotten. Some of the food is not going to be rotten. The food that is not rotten, we want to click on. You see that? That is not rotten. We need to click that. We get a buff called Satiated. Melee, ranged, and spellcasting speed increased by 30%. We want to be steadily moving. Now, this buff stacks, so now we've got 90% speed. Okay, so if I start doing these cards, you can already see that the cards are flipping way quicker. Now I've got 120%. I'm going to keep doing this and just look at how quick that this food is actually going. You want to click on any of the ones that are shining, and this will continue. I've got up to 50 stacks before in terms of speed, and honestly, it's just amazing. It's insane. You want to make sure that you constantly refresh this buff, as it does basically disappear in 30 seconds, and the more you can do, the better. So you can see in bags, we've got 2,300 cards right now available, and we're just doing this the quickest we can. I'm just clicking these stuff real quick, picking up all the buffs, and right now we're on 10 buffs, which is crazy. I'm going to move because the food will eventually stack up and become annoying. Look, it's little Murloc, and he's a derp. This Murloc, he just starts dancing with a cook pot on his head. It's really funny. There you go. And you can literally just go through all your cards that quickly. You think about how slow your card flipping is, but when you are doing this trick, it is insanely quick. Oh my gosh, look at it. Look at it. It's now actually instant. That is the coolest freaking thing ever, and I'm so glad this hasn't been patched. This is definitely a really good mechanic to be using in game, and as far as I see, I don't think that this is abusing the system at all. I think this is very much, you know, its intended purpose. I don't know why they would give you a buff like that unless, you know, they're expecting this to be used for various different things. In all honesty, so I really wouldn't worry too much about using this. I'm certainly not meaning to break the game at all. I just assume that this is something we are completely allowed to do, and I saw this before. I can't remember who I saw doing this, but I was like, yes, this is awesome. I love it. I've just saved myself literally so much time. When you think about how long you have to stand there clicking these cards, this is so much quicker. I way prefer this, dude. So you don't really have to worry about overstacking now, because it gets to a certain point where it's instantaneous anyway, and we just click the occasional one to keep the buff up and refresh. That's it. Super duper easy, in all honesty, guys. Now don't let the buff go down too much, because honestly, the longer you leave the buff, the more difficult you're going to make this for yourself. It's not worth it. Oh, we just got an epic. What epic did we get? It's 3,000 gold. Epic, yes. 3,000 gold. I like 3,000 gold. I do like a 3,000 golder. I can't help myself. I get excited. 3,000 gold is a lot of gold. And you can just see the chat. Let me bring up the chat here. Unlock. Make it big. Let's drag this bad boy up. And you can just see like how quick the Cards of Omens are going. Just having wheel up, wheel down. And it makes it honestly so much easier. Look at that chat. Oh, there we go. There's a blue. No mess about. All right, I'm going to move because I can see this food is getting quite hard to click. Got 18 seconds, so I'm going to try and refresh that. Yeah, there we go, refreshed. And it's just crazy the speed in which we are doing it now. Now, can you imagine trying to click this? Click. You're going to go as quick as your fingers can click. Whereas with rolling, you can just continuously do it because rolling down and up is a continuous movement. And already we've gone through 500, just so you guys have realized that. We've gone through 500 cards already. So it gives you a good impression of how much quicker that this technique is versus other techniques. And when you're doing something like 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000 cards at a time, this technique is certainly very, very helpful. Can you imagine trying to do that just stood in your garrison with it super slow? Oh, this is why I think that they've kept this technique in the game. I can't see as to any other reason they would keep this in the game. There we go. Cool. Something else you could do is also set actually do a speed set for your character, and that would basically involve basically a bunch of gear that it has haste stacked on. So because this is a spell, the more haste you've got, the better, and therefore you can basically open cards up even quicker. Now, since I told you the number a minute ago, we've already done another 150, which is just crazy. We're up to 50 stacks right now. That's crazy, dude. I love just flying through these cards right now. We got another epic. What epic was that? 1,000 gold. Ew, don't do that to me. Don't give me 1,000 gold. I want 3,000. I want a 6,000. I don't want 1,000 gold. Ugh. What do you take me for? What do you take me for, guy? Come on now. I'm not one of those cheapens. You need to pay out for me. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. Now, I don't know if you're a gold maker, but I honestly can't see why anyone wouldn't enjoy this. In all honesty, I know it seems a bit boring, but imagine like working like a whole week at work, and then going to the bank and seeing all the money that your work have just paid you. Can you imagine that feeling? That's how I feel right now, because my garrisons have made me all this gold. I haven't had to stand over them and actually actively work. This is all passive gold I've made by just literally starting a work order, logging in 5 days later and collecting the work order. Maybe doing a daily craft if I can be asked. Most of the time I can't be asked to do my daily work orders. Or crafts, because I'm a lazy person in game. I've got so much IRL business stuff I've got to do that I don't actually have time all the ways to log in and do my daily crafts. I've got to get the videos out, I've got to do everything, so it's difficult to maintain all the various different things I do. So the very minimum I like to keep to is doing my my weekly work orders, getting those done, and then logging in, collecting those, do my card flips, selling the bags that I like to sell. It's so awesome, dude. It's just a nice, easy way of making gold, and it keeps me interested in the game, especially when there's like months where the game isn't as interesting to me for some various obscure reason. There is something I would like to just quickly discuss. How are you guys getting on with swapping your garrison buildings from the alchemy to tailoring again? How are you guys getting on with selling your bags? Because I had 250 bags and I've managed to sell every single one of the bags on the auction house at about 600 to 800 gold. I have noticed recently the prices have gone back down. Someone does reset it, I'd say about once a week, the prices, and usually I'm there quite quickly. It's usually a weekend they reset the price and on these Hex Week bags, and I've been able to sell them at a really, really decent rate. What kind of rate have you guys been selling your bags at, and have you been getting much success with that? I've made, as I say, quite a lot of gold from my bags, so I'd be basically just really eager to hear how you guys got on with that. Wow, are we going to hit 100 stacks? Oh my gosh. Last time I think I only got to like 51 and I just like maintained that. I think I dropped a stack when my girlfriend came and spoke to me as well. Got 99 problems, but Card of Omens ain't one. Is that 100 stacks? No, not yet. Come on, dude. Give me 100 freaking stacks, dude. Does it only end at... Wait. Why have I not got 100 stacks? Do I not get 100 stacks? Is 99 the very max? I've currently got... I've got 2,970% spell casting right now. That's crazy. Let's just do a quick regrowth, shall we? Oh my god, regrowth is instant. Regrowth is instant. What the heck? That's crazy, dude. Yeah, it seems like we've maxed out at 100, which is insane when you think about it. We've maxed out at 99 stacks of this, so 2,970% speed. That's just unbelievable. And we're still just flying through this like no tomorrow. Honestly, if anyone actually says to me, oh, it's not worth flying to dead mines or running through dead mines, you're crazy. If you're doing this amount of cards, it is so worth doing it, because the speed in which you can do it is just astronomical. There's no way of describing it. And if you can park like an alt here who has big bags, it doesn't even need to be like max level, just like enough that they can easily like hold off Captain Cookie's damage. You'll be laughing, dude. You've got like instant spells, so you can just heal as much as you need to if you need to heal. And as long as you've got mana regen, you're laughing, dude. You don't even have to have one of your Garrison ults like parked here. It really just comes down to you and what you want to do. Now remember, I've only done like a week and a half's worth of cards here, so I've got like another 4,000 cards. I've probably got realistically another 6,000 cards to do. But that's like, as I'm watching like Netflix or something, I can literally just watch Netflix and spin my mouse wheel at the same time. And every 30 seconds or so, just click a new piece of food. No biggie. If I was having to do that in the Garrison, it would take, I would say, quadruple the time. I would quadruple that time. To be honest with you. So yeah, I think you'd be daft to say this isn't worth. We're down to 440 right now. And as I say, this is the reason this is worth it, is you can basically sell all this stuff, all these cards for just raw gold and make your gold at the end. And I've only done 2,800 cards so far. And we've definitely made 4,000 gold at least, like from just these two cards. We haven't even sold off all the other cards. All the other cards are okay. You know, we've got another 750 gold here in blue cards, another 900 gold here in other blue cards. It's the purple and blues that we really care about. The greens, I don't care about the value of those. Some people used to get angry at me in the comments because I used to flip the greens as well. And in all honesty, I understand it. Some people like value those cards still, but I don't. I only value purples and blues. That's the only ones I really care about. Greens, if I have to flip those because I've been unlucky with purples, then I'll flip them. For the most part, though, you know, it is technically worth it to flip them, but it's up to you. It's up to you, my guy. It's up to you. Right, guys, so usually for selling this stuff, I have an add-on called D-Junk, but as with most add-ons in World of Warcraft currently, it's just experiencing too many problems to be able to use it correctly, which is really annoying. I mean, like when we start here, let's go to there's his updating list, and it will just cause a bunch of errors. It's very frustrating. So we're just going to sell it here, and I think we had like 700 gold, maybe less than that here, and we're just going to sell through absolutely everything we've got here and figure out how much we have at the end. It doesn't take too long to luckily click through all of this and just sell it. It does get a bit annoying because usually I would automatically just sell absolutely everything. Even TSM usually has a sell all, and that isn't even working right now, which is quite ridiculous. Very frustrating that like basic things like an update can't happen, and it's like a week and a half since the update has come down. I don't know why I can't basically make that work, but it's okay. It is what it is. And from that, basically that card flipping session, I had not a huge amount of gold, but a decent amount of gold here. So we had a whopping 8,800 gold from that first session. And effectively what I would do at this point is activate my mobile banking and grab my next load of cards and do another card session. And basically, because I'm a night elf, I can reset this boss as much times as I want without needing to leave the instance. If I choose to log out, then yeah, I'll have to run back through, but that's completely fine. So yeah, this is all I would do, is just keep doing this, keep going through. I need to deposit this gold actually here. Let's go for 8,800. And yeah, that's all I really do each time. And that's as easy as the tip gets, guys, for Cards of Omens. If you have a lot of Cards of Omens and you just need to keep flipping them, I suggest doing this technique, especially if you've got just the amount of Cards of Omens that I have to deal with, like I do currently, which is like 6,000 to 10,000 a week. And it just means I get a lot of decent amounts of gold, but also means that I have to go through the hoops of basically flipping them. I hope Blizzard never changes this little technique, and I hope its continued effectiveness continues in the future. If you have enjoyed this video, smash that like button, click subscribe, and I will see you in the future with another World of Warcraft video. Thanks for watching. This is Erosium, out.